Well, you can understand our emotion, you can understand our passion, because when it's India versus Pakistan, that too in a World Cup, it's never just a cricket match. We all know that it's much more than that. India get into this contest as strong favourites, but you know very well that Pakistan can also ruffle a few feathers on their given day. They are the most unpredictable team when it comes to world cricket. Thank you for joining us on this special coverage on NDTV 24/7. I'm Preeti Dahya, with me my colleague Rahesha. Rahesha, are you ready with all that dholbazi happening here?
Absolutely, Preeti. It's the marquee clash. After all the tantrums and the U-turns, India and Pakistan will play against each other in just an hour from now.
Of course. And in just an hour from now, it will also be clear whether this match is happening right on time or not. Nikhil Chopra, former India cricketer, also joins us in the studio. Nikhil, welcome to the show. First of all, aren't we all keeping our fingers crossed that we want a full 40-over match?
Yeah, without a doubt. And, I was reading on the ticker, rain scare Colombo. I don't think there's going to be any sort of rain.
No,
so light drizzle in Colombo.
News to our viewers, just before we let you complete your answer, there are rain clouds which are moving over this India-Pakistan clash, and right now we're getting this update that there's light drizzle in Colombo, which is being observed. So this drizzle was expected. Somewhere between 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. is what we were told earlier in the weather forecast, that rain will happen. But, Nikhil, you've played so much cricket over the years there also. You know how, this entire thing works. It rains in patches and then it gets drained out very early?
Preeti, I don't want to say this, but normally when it starts drizzling in Colombo, then you've got this persistent drizzle, and that takes longer to stop. If it's one of those 5-minute, 10-minute rain sort of bursts and then it stops, but with this persistent drizzle, that can trouble you. I hope it stops, and we want to see a full 40-over game, because a rain curtailed game, then of course the flip of the coin also gets more important.
Absolutely.
Right, we also have with us Rika and Boria, our reporters joining us live from the epicenter of action there in Colombo. Rika, a short while ago you showed us the players coming in, the excitement reaching the roof, but now we're breaking that rain could perhaps play foul for the India-Pak match tonight.
Can I also break here on NDTV? There is no rain.
Oh,
There's
great.
absolutely no rain. You can
That's
see us standing right here. There is no rain. There were little droplets early on, but there is no rain. And we can tell all our viewers that the match is going on at a scheduled time, and the toss is also going to happen at a scheduled time. Please don't tell our viewers that there is any rain, because there isn't. Boria.
The best news that has come in from Colombo so far. Yeah, Boria. Boria, there seems to be some audio problem in the mic that you are having. Can we just fix that quickly, because we really want Boria and Rika, both of them giving us all the inputs which are coming in from Colombo. So yeah, Boria, if you can try now. We want to understand from you the point that you were trying to complete earlier. There is no rain, so that means the toss should happen on time, and that means that we should all look forward to a power-packed 40-over action starting soon.
All right.
Well, yeah, I think there is some problem in that.
There,
yeah.
But coming to you, Nikhil, no rain there. What do you expect India should
Bring the whole back, let's get some Thai 5, no rain, full 40 overs. That's the idea.
But isn't it too early for that dholbazi also? Because, everyone, including you, have been issuing words of caution that we understand that India start as favourites in this contest. But when you carry the tag of being favourites, you also carry a lot of pressure on your shoulders.
Yeah, Preeti, if it was a 50-over game, a test match, because of the duration of the game, if you make a couple of mistakes, you have enough time to, make amends and come back into the game. But this 120-ball format, you really don't have too much time. You lose a couple of wickets and the overs go by really, really quickly. So for that comeback, it gets tougher and tougher. But of course, yeah, we're favourites because we've got proven match winners. Make no mistake, from the batting unit, from the bowling unit. I mean, no disrespect to the Pakistani cricketers. I think they're still a lot short in, say, maturity, experience as well. But at the end of the day, this is a 20-ball format. So I personally feel Team India, of course, start as favourites because they've been able to do that. I think, if I'm not wrong, I heard Rika say the count is what, 7-1, if I'm not wrong?
Yeah,
in
yes.
T20,
The count is 7-1. We want to make it 8-1. And anyway, in T20 World Cups, their count is 0. So they haven't really won a contest against us.
Let me ask the two of you a question.
Yes.
You want to see you want to see a close game or you want to see complete annihilation, one-sided in Team India win?
Closed game,
Yeah.
of course.
The cricket lover in
Why
Malaysia
not?
is now just waking up. She wants a close game. But let me just put it this way, Nikhil. I mean, no matter what we want, but the kind of squad that Pakistan is flaunting in this World Cup, you do have a feeling that they will give you a fight, don't you?
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, after years I've seen this because they've always had this really pace-heavy bowling unit. No matter which part of the world you're playing, even if you're earlier playing in Colombo or whether you were playing in the UAE, they said, we'll back our fast bowlers. Now that they've got a New Zealand coach, it's literally... they're thinking about their cricket. Horses for courses because you felt Premadasa, sluggish wickets, spin-friendly tracks. When's the last time when you saw in a Pakistani 11, you got 4 spinners playing and just going into the game with 1 fast bowlers? So they're thinking about what the conditions are going to be and then they're looking to plan according to that.
Right. Let's go across to Rika and Boria once again and try get a word in from our reporters there in Colombo. Rika, perhaps you can also discuss this question with Boria. You know, it's a rare occasion when we are discussing the spinners of Pakistan versus the batters of India. Traditionally, we've seen their paces being a more potent threat to Indian batsmen, but this is happening. All is happening there. In the light of it, both of you, if you can give us your inputs on the kind of possible changes that we can see in the Indian playing 11.
Okay, first I'll take that because I've got the headphones on and I'll pass it on to Rika. First things first, you should have worn blue. Both of you, you're a disaster. You're wearing red. Thankfully, Nikhil has saved the day. You should have worn blue.
Always.
This is absolutely not done. But coming to your point,
Red alert.
no rain. No rain, by the way, okay? It's still drizzling. No rain.
Got it.
There was a very slight spitting, but now that has stopped as well. I don't think, much like Rika said, there will be any delay. Toss will be on time. You asked us about the playing 11. The playing 11, from what we are understanding, Rinku will play. Washington will sit out. Kuldeep will play. Abhishek will play. 3 changes. Abhishek Sharma.
So Arshdeep will sit out?
Arshdeep will sit out.
Okay.
Kuldeep will play. Washington will sit out, continue to sit out. Rinku will play. And Abhishek will come in. So 2 changes from India. Pakistan, no change. That's what we are getting. No handshake is what is more or less confirmed. Is also what we are getting. Hanuman Kind will perform. So the build-up of that Dhurandhar song will happen. So plenty going on here in Colombo.
I am not going to let you go and enjoy the music there. Just hang on for a bit. Hang on for a bit.
Yeah,
no
that
time
is
for
because-
concerts right now.
that is because I said you are not
just tell
wearing
me
blue.
one thing. Mohsin Naqvi is also in Colombo and he met with the Pakistani team in their hotel. Now, a lot of experts are saying that actually Mohsin Naqvi is our trump card. We send him wherever the Pakistani team is to put more pressure on them.
Now let me answer this. He was there when I was stepping out of the hotel. We are in the same hotel, by the way.
Okay.
So Naqvi comes in and with his entire security entourage, and it's as if the showstopper has come in. For God's sake, the cricketers are showstoppers, not you. Someone needs to go and tell the Pakistan Cricket Board president that.
Boria,
and the moment that he's looking...
Boria, sorry. Since you're in the same hotel, can you ask him for the Asia Cup trophy?
वो घर में लेके सोते हैं क्योंकि वो ट्रॉफी उनके पास लीगली तो आएगी नहीं, सो वही लेके उनको छोड़ दीजिए आप. But there is a video where Naqvi is standing on the top of the podium and all Pakistani players are marching there to kind of pay their respects. I did not understand that. You came back from practice. It's the match day -1. You need some rest. Why would you want to take your players at 10 p.m.? Is it inspiration? I don't get it. No Pakistan player will come on record because they are talking to the Interior Affairs Minister of that country. Now that's Mohsin Naqvi for you. He wants to be the center of attraction.
Right.
He messed it up for them at the Asia Cup. I hope he does that. I'll pass it on to Rika for the playing 11 question.
Yeah.
Rika.
Yeah, Rika, apart from playing 11, who do you think will be the game changer from the Indian side?
Sorry, can you please repeat that
Yes,
question?
apart from the question that Preeti asked about the playing 11, who do you think will emerge as the game changer from the Indian side? Of course, we discussed how there's so much pressure mounting on Abhishek Sharma, who is now the everyone's favorite.
Yes, but Abhishek, till now has not come to the party. when there are Indian fans behind me, they're also building pressure on us, not just the Indian cricket team. I can tell you that the game changer could be many, not just Abhishek Sharma. It could be the spinners tonight. It could turn out to be a spinning deck here in Colombo. So we'll really have to wait and see how the spinners come to the party. Abhishek Sharma, of course, big things are expected of him. But let's not put pressure on that chap because he's just come back from illness. However, he might just emerge victorious. One thing is for sure, India in the power play has to race away to run to put Pakistan on India. They have to get the better of Shaheen Afridi tonight if they are batting first. And, the onus will be on Abhishek Sharma as well as Ishan Kishan to get India to a rocking start. That's where probably it's the power play that will make the difference between the two sides.
Also, before I get Nikhil in on this conversation and, weighing on the pressure on someone like Abhishek Sharma, I want to understand from both of you, how much of an importance are we giving to the toss here? And whoever wins the toss, what decision should that captain make? If both of you can discuss.
I think Nikhil can go first.
Sorry, Rika, we couldn't hear you.
Nikhil can go first.
Yeah, okay, Nikhil. We want your opinion first.
Yeah, but I don't know. These, of course, Boria and Rika have been there. If there's no due per se, then I wouldn't make a difference to India whether they bat first or bowl first because they've got that sort of side as well. But we've seen of late that Team India has been looking to chase down. But if it's going to be a spin-friendly track, then I won't be surprised Gautam Gambhir and Suryakumar Yadav win toss, bat first, because as the game progresses, the wicket will get sluggish, and Team India, if they're looking to play another spinner, I won't be surprised that they're looking to bat first. But if there's a hint of dew as well, then of course Team India will be looking to chase.
Isn't that tricky, Rika, that on this pitch you are actually not very sure what should you do, whether you should win toss and bat first and put up a total that's defendable, or you should chase later?
If it's for me, I think it's bat first. Fans are kind of crossing our microphone. Rita getting a bit worried. No problem, because that's what India-Pakistan fandom is all about. The hustle and bustle, you missed this, right? We just met a couple of BCCI officials who passed by here. Rajiv Shukla appeared very tense. He said, "Kya hoga?" I said, "Arey, aap kyun pooch rahe ho kya hoga? Jeetega." So, win toss, bat first should be the mantra here. We've seen the Premadasa. She and I were together at the practice, and you could sense that the wicket can turn sluggish as the game goes on. There has been no dew. We've both been here in Colombo for the last 3 days, and none of the days we've had dew. So if that means you are batting first, bowling first, the conditions won't change much. Rather, the team that is bowling second, which is bat first, you might just get the wicket to slow down a little bit. Spinners might just come into the party a little bit. The power play becomes that much important. If India bat Pakistan out of the game, get to 190, 200, maybe not a 220 wicket, 180, 190 should be a winning score. Because this Pakistan batting unit, I don't think against a quality Indian spinning unit plus Jasprit Bumrah will be able to get to 180, 190.
Something what we saw in UAE as well. When you bat first, you put a decent enough total as well, then our spinners come into the game. Then the inexperienced Pakistani batting lineup gets under the pump with our quality bowling. So if the surface is going to help the spinners, then of course
and that also looks like a safe approach, considering the fact, Rika, that this is the same pitch which was used in the match against between Australia and Zimbabwe, and Travis Head chose to bowl first after winning the toss, and we know the result was not in their favour. So perhaps that could be one takeaway from the match between Zimbabwe and Australia for India also.
Well, it is going to be a used pitch. Yes, the pitch was used for the match between Zimbabwe and Australia. But, make no mistake that, like India, Pakistan also has not played at the Premadasa Stadium. They won 2 matches in the tournament, but those 2 matches were not played here. This is the first time they are coming to the Premadasa as well. However, the pitch that we saw was the same pitch where Australia had played against Zimbabwe.
Right, Rika. Coming to you, Nikhil, we do have good amount of spinners and bowlers, but what should be India's approach against Pakistan's spin-heavy attack?
Well, I guess, the pace of the game, the tempo of the game is going to be set after the first 6 overs. 36 deliveries in the power play. If you're able to get off to a fly, you don't lose more than 1 wicket, then of course, Even the Pakistani spinners, we've been all speaking about Usman Tariq. I've seen him bowl in the UAE as well. Wouldn't make that much of a difference, because when you have 9 wickets in hand and you have 14 overs of play still left, then you're looking to put pressure on the bowling, and then after the first 6 overs, you realize that this is a good batting service. So it'll get more pressure on the Pakistani bowler as well. But to me, the pace of the game, the tempo of the game is going to get set after the first 6 overs. That's the power play.
Right. So purely from a cricket lover's point of view, Boria, what are you looking forward to first up in the first 1 hour of this match when it starts? Should we have Jasprit Bumrah taking on the openers of Pakistan, or should we have someone like Shaheen Shah Afridi giving challenge to Abhishek Sharma? Which one looks more mouth-watering at this stage?
Both, actually. I mean, in both ways, India should win this. I mean, if Jasprit Bumrah bowls to Shahid-Zada Farhan and Saim Ayub, they are good openers. I mean, Pakistan has had Shahid-Zada Farhan in decent enough form. So you would want Jasprit Bumrah to get 2 wickets. If Arshdeep is not playing, Arshdeep was conceding a few runs. And if you're batting fast, then you would want an Abhishek Sharma and Ishan Kishan to kind of take control. Because if you take control in the power play, then half the match is done. Look, this match is won in the mind. Skill-wise, we know India will win. We know match by player, if you do a matchup, India has better arsenal. India has better ammo. India has better quality. But if you do a mental thing, this is a mental game. For God's sake, India-Pakistan is not just one in the 22-yard pitch. India-Pakistan is one in the mind and in the heart. You want to win it. India looked to me to be more relaxed yesterday. Rika will agree. The press conference. Gautam Gambhir coming and taking a photograph with the media. That too smiling. Never happens. Aberration. I actually told him that. So if everything is taken into account...
And I've also seen a video on the ICC handle praising all the media which is assembled in Colombo. They are mighty impressed with the kind of, media circus that we are seeing in Colombo right now. But Rika, that's a good point. See, obviously, it's a psychological battle whenever it's India versus Pakistan. And Boria is very right in saying that this game is not won just on those 22 yards. It's won in the mind as well. But I just want to understand from you, this is a neutral venue. What kind of crowd support have you gauged so far? Are there going to be more Indians in the stadium, more Pakistani supporters? What does it look like?
I think it's going to be 60-40. We have seen a lot of Pakistani supporters trickling in at the stadium, and even at the hotel. There were just so many Pakistani supporters. I think because it's a neutral venue, the Pakistani supporters also have got visas, and they have got tickets to travel. They booked cars in advance. Some of the Pakistani supporters, I know, they're staying at ITC Ratnadipa, and they are saying they told me that they have spent as much as $600 per night to book the rooms at ITC Ratnadipa, where the Indian team is staying,
Yeah.
So,
but interestingly, they were all sure that their team will have to play this match, Nikhil. There will be a U-turn, even they were very sure.
Priti, were you in doubt ever? I mean, for us, from day one, we knew that this U-turn is going to happen. They'll definitely play. They can't afford not to play an ICC event. There are too many penalties in place.
I just want to go to Rika. Rika, you, since the time you've started giving us lives from Colombo, you're saying that the rivalry this time around feels different than the other big matches. Is that true, and why is it so?
Well, the reason I said it feels different is because the buzz that I've seen in other India-Pakistan matches, I haven't...
All right, there seems some technical glitch with our reporters. Yes, we can hear you, Rika.
Oh, I think this
is
freezing right now.
All right. Let's go back to Nikhil. Yes, Nikhil, do you think that this time the rivalry is not as high as the previous matches between India?
Russia, every single time you play them in a couple of years, the World Cup game, it gets bigger and better, put it this way. From an athlete's point of view, of course, you want to go out there and put your best foot forward. So every single time the pressure just keeps mounting up. So no real surprise about Rika was saying that this time around, it just feels different in Colombo because you haven't played them for a while.
Yeah, but Colombo being the place where Indian team has made to adjust to conditions now. Nikhil, let's talk about those fine points in cricket which can affect your game. And it's also a fact that we had a match just about 2 days ago. Then we, in quick time, we had to travel to Colombo. We got one practice session last night, but that was also affected because of rain. It was supposed to be a 3-hour practice session. We had to wrap up in an hour and 45 minutes. So all of this, don't you think that will also have an impact on our preparations?
To be honest, some of our guys, you look at all the 15 members, Preeti, they're so used to play a game, travel the next day, and you're on top of your game because you've been doing that day in and day out with the number of years that you played for the IPL as well. So these are not alien sort of conditions. Yeah, when you played 2 days prior, then you have a travel day. Then the next practice session for some, it gets an optional practice session. Somebody wants to go out there and get a hit. You know, that practice session was important for somebody like an Abhishek because he was unfortunately unwell. He had to go and hit the nets as well. And we saw Ishan, some pictures that came from the net session. We saw Ishan Kishan go out there and get a few in the middle of the bat. Jasprit Bumrah as a bowler was looking to find the rhythm that he is. Kuldeep Yadav, that practice session would have been important for Kuldeep because he didn't play the prior game and he's going to be playing in at Colombo as well. For some of the guys who didn't play the first game against Namibia, for them that practice session was important. But for a lot of these guys, they used to play a game, travel the next day.
We are all assuming that Kuldeep Yadav is playing. The final word will only come in once at the toss the captain announces that he has been included in the squad.
We're just going with the repetition of the ground.
To play today. Are we saying that? Are we suggesting that?
Yeah, if the wicket plays to its reputation, and we've seen that, we're playing that at the Premadasa, you know, but I won't be surprised because we don't see too much grass at the Premadasa at Colombo. If anything, it helps the spinners. And this is the same surface we saw Australia and Zimbabwe play. So then you're looking to play another spinner. You've got 3 pace bowling options. And of course, Jasprit Bumrah, Hardik Pandya, and then if need be, Shivam Dube as well. So you're just looking to go a little more spin heavy, kind of say, because the track record also suggests that the Pakistani middle order doesn't play too well against our spin attack, and Kuldeep in particular.
Right, we have been talking here about the challenges, but what are the, Preeti, perhaps the X factors that puts India ahead of Pakistan tonight?
X factors.
Nikhil, what do you think?
I think we've been pitching this since yesterday, Nikhil. Kuldeep Yadav can be that X factor.
He is.
We want. Yeah.
He is because he sort of, you know, has done that in the past as well against the Pakistani middle order. Abhishek, to me, Abhishek will be the biggest X factor because he's got a particular role in place to go after the bowling, go after the pace bowlers right up front, capitalize the power play. If you're able to capitalize the power play, it just sets the tone of the entire game. In a high pressure, high voltage game, it's which team throws the first punch.
Right,
and it could be him.
Let's go across to our reporters who are there with the fans.
In fact, we should ask the same question to Boria also. Boria is there at the stadium.
Yes.
Yeah, along with Rika. So, Boria, I want to understand from you. You know, we heard Salman Ali Agha say this very clearly in the press conference that Usman Tariq is their trump card. So when it comes to India, A, who is our trump card, the player that will add that X factor, and B, we are known to give Pakistan some out-of-syllabus questions. So who could that player be today that can surprise Pakistan's lineup?
Yeah, good question. 2 parts. First, we were talking about India's practice yesterday. Let me clarify. We didn't shut down because of rain. We stopped because we were okay. I mean, this Indian team doesn't need to practice every day or do something yesterday to come and beat Pakistan today. They had enough. They wanted to check the wicket. They wanted to get a feel of the conditions. They got that. They shut down. You must also remember that always match day -1 for India is optional. So yesterday they had traveled, right? Day before they came in at 10 p.m. So it's not as if the players were pushing themselves. So that's answer number 1. Number 2, about the X factor. You know, our batting, you actually see Hardik Pandya is an X factor. Abhishek Sharma is an X factor. Ishan Kishan is an X factor. Suryakumar Yadav is an X factor. There has to be a reason why you're the world's number 1 team, defending champions, 85% winning percentage. Jasprit Bumrah, any part of the world, wherever he plays, is an X factor. Varun Chakravarti is an X factor. So that's why I said what I said. Skill-wise, potential-wise, ability-wise, I don't see Pakistan standing up to India. And what I want to see for Usman Tariq. And I told you this story, I think, Preeti, I told you this story, that Mahendra Singh Dhoni had once told me that, look, it was the 2019 World Cup. And when I asked Mahendra Singh Dhoni that, why were you keeping it that late? And he said, look, you guys are only talking about 18 runs in the last over or 16 runs. Tell me who was to bowl. I said Jimmy Nishan, because he had the overlap. Mahendra Singh Dhoni's word was, think about it, the bowler knows on the other side is a man called MS Dhoni. He has done this a million times. When Usman Tariq, we are building him up, who is he bowling to? This is not Das de Leader or somebody from the Netherlands or Monang Patel from the US. This is Hardik Pandya, Ishan Kishan, Suryakumar Yadav, Abhishek Sharma, for God's sake. Usman Tariq will also feel the same nerves much more than the Indians will. At 29, this guy has come back. He's not some bazooka who is sort of, taking the world by storm. So let us not hype Usman Tariq. Pakistan has many more problems to think about.
Right, I just want to take one with Rika. Boria, they're saying that Usman Tariq, we're just hyping him up. But what do you think? Is he a real threat, or are we just hyping him up? And do the Indian team need to be wary of any other Pakistani players?
Well, Abrar Ahmed is a good bowler in the Pakistan attack, and I would think that he will try and attack the Indians as well. We have to see how Shaheen Afridi comes up against the Indians. Of course, there is something called the Shaheen factor, but he has not been the greatest of bowlers for a while now. So we'll have to see how he does in this match. Also, Shadab Khan, he really has been one of those, strengths in the Pakistani bowling attack. So 3 spinners Pakistan is fielding tonight, including Usman Tariq, as you mentioned. Shadab Khan, Abrar Ahmed will also be playing. So I think, we'll really have to wait and see how these 3 spinners are able to tackle the middle overs. Also remember, a lot of the India-Pakistan contests hinge on presence of mind. Last time around, it was a catch drop of in fact, it was a wicket that they didn't get of Tilak Verma that ended up Pakistan losing the Asia Cup final. So Tilak Verma is going to be a fear factor for the Pakistani side tonight. How they and this is something Pakistan admitted.
Yeah.
How they handle Tilak tonight, it is going to be interesting to see.
Right. And also, interestingly, you can bring in Boria also here, Rika. We have been talking a lot about, our batters versus their spinners, and a lot of talk has revolved around that topic. But Boria, traditionally also, it's the all-rounders in Indian squad who have come to the party right when they were required. The importance of someone like Hardik Pandya and Akshar Patel cannot be taken out of equation, and that's why this Indian squad is so much feared across the world. Boria, can you hear me? Boria, can you hear me?
Can you repeat the question?
My question was on how we are perhaps not giving due importance to the all-rounders in the Indian squad. We haven't discussed much about the likes of Hardik Pandya and Akshar Patel, who can turn the game in favor of India whenever required. They've done that with the bat, they've done that with the bowl.
Brilliant question. This Indian side has 3 genuine all-rounders. Hardik Pandya, according to Michael Clark, he did an interview with me last week, where he said he is Michael's #1 pick in T20 cricket in the world.
Yes.
And by the way, when you said bat ball, you should also include Hardik's fielding.
Absolutely.
Hardik, with the catching, with the fielding, the ground fielding, can change a game. Finally, when we say all-rounder, look at Hardik's tactical moves. Look at his strategic brilliance. Hardik Pandya, captaining the Gujarat team earlier, the Mumbai team now, has been a vice-captain in the past. He's as much a leader in that Indian change room as a Suryakumar Yadav. So he's an absolute X-factor. Akshar Patel, proper, genuine all-rounder. Also the vice-captain of the team. Can do it with bat and ball. Last World Cup, people talk about Virat Kohli's brilliance in the final. Akshar Patel's 31 ball, 47 was actually the clinching innings, if you think about it. And finally, Shivam Dube.
Yes.
You saw what Shivam Dube is capable of doing in the Asia Cup final. So very, very good question. That all-rounders, and you have 3 genuine ones, 2 part-timers in Abhishek Sharma, can roll his arm over. Tilak Verma, with his off-spin, can roll his arm over. So you have plenty, plus Rinku Singh, who's bowled decently in domestic cricket in recent times. You have enough in that lineup to give Suryakumar Yadav that cushion. And you know why Rinku's playing? One of the reasons I think Rinku might get the nod ahead of Washington Sundar is because of Rinku patrolling the boundary. Rinku's being so good with the high catches under lights. You have to think of these little things which India knows that a Rinku Singh will give. So all-round doesn't just mean bat and ball. All-round is also about fielding. All-round is also about catching, and that ability India has way more than Pakistan. Think about Pakistan's match against the US, and you will see the number of drop catches. Pakistan
India team has the X factor. Absolutely, Boria. Let's go across to our reporters who are joining us live with the fans there. We have Radhika joining us live from Bombay and Deepak from Bengaluru. Radhika, coming to you first. What's the mood like? I see some young kids there standing with you, completely excited for the marquee clash tonight. Yes, Radhika.
I can't really hear you, but even as things are unfolding in Colombo, fans in Mumbai cannot wait for the match to start, I'm guessing. India versus Pakistan, high-stakes match. You are playing throughout the day in iconic Shivaji Park. I guess this is a winning team here. So do you think India is also going to win the way you won today?
Yeah, of course. The India is going to win and take over the rivalry 8-1.
Okay, so from 7-1 to 8-1. So that is something you're confident about.
Yes, of course.
Who's going to emerge as the best player today?
Abhishek Sharma, because Arshdeep.
Okay, what are your predictions? Tell us.
Jasprit Bumrah, of course, he is the best bowler, as well as Varun Chakravarti. He's T20 #1 bowler, as well as we have Arshdeep Singh in the first and second spell. We have our T20 all-rounder specialist Hardik Pandya, as well as in the opening we have Pocket Dynamo as Ishan Kishan and Abhishek Sharma.
What's the run prediction if India bats first?
If India bats first, the predicted score the score I would predict would be 200 or 250.
Okay, 200, 250, 300. All right, one last thing before the match starts.
Youngsters are very keen on that Indian batting, which is known for its prowess and the kind of mindset that they come with. I'll come back to you, Radhika. I want to go across to Bengaluru as well, where Deepak is waiting for us to join him. Deepak, can you hear me? I feel the frame has frozen suddenly. Okay. Deepak, if you can hear me, tell us about the plans for the screening tonight. Where are you right now and how are the fans there in Bengaluru planning to spend their evening watching this India-Pakistan match?
A popular restaurant called the 1522, and the excitement, of course, for an India-Pakistan match is always there, and it's palpable here. I have a bunch of friends who've come to watch the match, and one of them is a cricketer herself. You're a cricketer. You must know how big an India-Pakistan game is. Tell me, how does it feel to, as friends, to sit together and want to watch a game like India-Pakistan?
Oh, absolutely. It's one of the biggest clashes, right? Yeah. That's the reason we've all stepped out of our homes, wanted to meet up and just watch it on the big screen.
All right, there seems to be a technical glitch with Deepak. We'll come back to him shortly. But coming to you, Nikhil, talking about the Pakistani team, we have, of course, discussed a lot of approaches and tactics here. Do you think they'll have an aggressive approach tonight?
Well, they'll try. Let's put it this way. They'll try.
That's all that
they have no other option because they'll be looking to get wickets up front in the first 6 overs.
Should they try?
100% they'll try. At the end of the day, it's whoever throws the first punch and was able to go out there and get a couple of wickets early on in the power play. Because, trust you me, because we saw, if you decode the last game also with Pakistan playing, we all have been talking about Usman Tariq against the left-handers. I just get a sense he's not going to come and bowl in the power play. Because they'll be waiting for the 6 overs to complete, field restrictions get lifted, you have more boundary riders, more protection in the boundary, then he'll come and look to bowl. So that's why I'm, going back to the fact, saying that for me, the first 6 overs are going to be important. That will set the tone. If we don't lose more than a wicket, whether it's whoever bowler it could be, they'll be under the pump, because then to try and come back into the game, claw back into the game, it'd be really tough, because then you've got the entire middle order. Bode has been talking about, like Rinku, he comes in later, you've got Tilak, you've got Hardik Pandya. All these guys will look to put a lot of pressure. And trust you me, somebody in the middle order who's only been picked for one job, his role in the team is to go out there and hit sixes to the spinners, and that's Shivam Dubey.
Right.
So he won't hold back as well.
Well, we are just a few minutes away from the scheduled toss, which should happen on time because it's not raining right now in Colombo. And Rika gave us that good news. She continues to be with us from outside the R. Premadasa Stadium in Colombo. Let's go back to her. And Rika, I've seen a lot of Pakistani journalists saying that it's you Indians who are hyping up Usman Tariq. You all are under pressure because of his, brilliant bowling in the first 2 matches of T20 World Cup. But isn't it also true that the entire Pakistan is relying on this one bowler to give them that elusive win against India in the World Cups?
Well, I really don't think they're relying entirely on Usman Tariq because they have other bowlers. But you know
no one
what?
Is talking about the other bowlers. Poor Shaheen Shah Afridi must be thinking why the limelight has been taken away from me.
Well, Shaheen Shah Afridi, you see, hasn't been at his best lately, because I've been talking to Wasim Akram, and he's saying that his head is moving away while he is bowling, and perhaps he's not delivering in the right manner that he needs to deliver. So he's not been at his best. The other bowler that they are banking on is Abrar Ahmed. But no, you are right. They are a bit smug right now about this guy Usman Tariq, and they want to see how he performs against India. He's of course been phenomenal in Pakistan Super League, tested twice by the ICC despite all the claims that his action is not legal. Yesterday at the nets we saw Captain Suryakumar Yadav trying to mimic his action, trying to bowl like he bowls. So, there is a lot of talk within the Indian camp as well. Yes, those are the pictures on your screen of Suryakumar Yadav trying to bowl like Usman Tariq. So there's a lot of talk about Tariq in the camp, in the Indian camp as well. And one of them said, one of the Indian cricketers said that Tariq pe Tariq hum nahi hone denge. So that's also the mood out there. Right. So let's see what really happens.
Rika,
and how
stay with us. We are just waiting for that that toss to just come about. I think toss is happening even as we are talking with each other. It's going to play a big part, is what we all know. Salman Ali Agha, Suryakumar Yadav, both are out in the middle, and they are at the moment standing for the toss. Also, it will be very interesting to note what happens to that handshake that Pakistan has been so desperate for. We know that they definitely want to shake hands with India. Just a short while ago in the practice drills, I'm reading some inputs coming in, Rika, that it was Arshdeep who was doing the fielding drills. So is that an indication that perhaps he is still retained in the squad and Rinku could be sitting out in all possibilities?
Well, given the conditions, India would like to play definitely play Kuldeep Yadav, and what we
okay, I've got some breaking inputs coming in. Pakistan has decided to bowl first. We have the toss result just coming in, and Salman Ali Agha has decided that Pakistan will bowl first, and they have won the toss. So Pakistan winning the toss in this all-important match against arch rivals India. This is the group stage match between India and Pakistan, and they have decided to bowl first. I want your reactions, Nikhil.
Well, they feel like they can go and chase down the score. Well, they're feeling that they're going to try and test the Indian batting with the Pakistani spinners. And if India get to 180, 185, it'll be tough ask for them, because you look at your strengths and weaknesses as a side. Clearly, Pakistan, their bowling seems to be in strength. So when pressure comes, you would want your best, say your strength, to take on the most amount of pressure. So I was a little surprised.
What we would have also preferred.
I mean, I'm happy. To be honest, for us, we've got a side. Whether you win the toss or you don't win the toss, it really won't make that much of a difference. But in any case, if they're looking to play another spinner, I don't know what the 11 is. If Kuldeep is also playing, it just might work in India's favor, because if you get about 170, 175 with the number of spinners that we're looking to play, then obviously we've read the conditions far better than the Pakistani side has. Because if the track gets a little sluggish, slower, then it's going to aid the spinners. We're far better equipped to try and contain and defend the total.
I've got the team sheet also for the playing 11 against Pakistan, and this has come in the BCCI group. I don't know if Rika, you've got this as well. Can you also run us through the playing 11? Yes, India's playing 11 is Ishan Kishan, Abhishek Sharma, Tilak Verma, Suryakumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya, Shivam Dube, Rinku, Aksar, Kuldeep, Varun and Jasprit. So we have Kuldeep Yadav being included in the squad, Nikhil. I think that is what we all were hoping.
Abhishek is also going to be opening the innings as well.
Can I connect with you to Rika if
Arshdeep, yeah, sure. Arshdeep is not playing.
So yeah, Arshdeep is not there.
Yeah, Rika, there has been no handshake between India and Pakistan.
Okay.
Yes, that's what we are breaking on NDTV at this hour. Abhishek back in the playing 11. We were also talking about Kuldeep Yadav to be included in the playing 11. He is there. So 2 changes for the Indian cricket team from the last match, and no handshake. This is the top story. This is the headline we are talking at this hour.
Yeah, so no handshake being granted to Pakistan at the toss. That is one big news which has just come in from the toss. The second is that Arshdeep has been asked to sit out, making place for Kuldeep Yadav. Rika, this is exactly what we all were discussing, that this is the need of the hour. Now, even though we are going to see India batting first in this match, we know what kind of role someone like Kuldeep Yadav can play in defending the total that India will put up.
Absolutely, and three spinners on this deck will be important for India. If India is not able to put up a very big total, then the spinners will have to really come to the party here. Of course, don't dismiss the capability of Jasprit Bumrah. He's always favored as one person who can take wickets in any conditions, any part of the world. I was speaking to Chaminda Vas yesterday, and he says that if you ask me about the best bowler in this edition of the T20 World Cup, it would still be Jasprit Bumrah. Though, we'll have to wait and see how his spell is being broken up. We can't discount Jasprit Bumrah. At the same time, we will have to bank heavily on these three spinners coming into the team tonight to give us those wickets at the top and in the middle. Of course, right now, the responsibility really lies on Ishan Kishan and Abhishek Sharma to go out in the middle and give India a rollicking start.
Right. If I can come to you, Nikhil, what do you make of India's batting approach right now? Because we've seen in the past that India keeps attacking. Will that change tonight?
I guess,
in 30 minutes?
well, I guess, at the Premadasa, if the wicket gets a little sluggish, the best time to go out there and get runs is against a new ball. And Abhishek Sharma, the kind of role that he's been given on the side, is right from ball one. If it's there to be hit, he's not going to hold back. He's going to go after the bowling. He's going to put pressure as well. Same with Ishan Kishan as well. The two left-handers will go after the bowling. And if they give India a flyer of a start in the power play, then for the Pakistani bowlers, of course, they'll be under the pump, they'll be under pressure as well. So they've got a clear-cut message from the dressing room. Their roles have been identified. It's just about going and executing. Which, to me, with this Indian team, I feel this is a good thing that they've lost the toss and they'll be still looking to bat first, because on a surface you want to make use when it's at its best in terms of going after the bowling as well. It's not going to be 20 overs old when you come out to chase. It's going to be absolutely fresh from the previous game.
Also, Nikhil, we haven't spoken much about the very fact that, this is the Premadasa ground, which has this 70-meter, 80-meter boundary. Now, that also changes a batsman's approach since India is batting first. What would be your word of caution or advice to our openers?
I think, great question, Preeti. Of course, the ground dimensions change, of course. If the wicket is a little slower after the 6 overs, then you will be looking to hit the ball in the gaps, and you'll probably see a lot of more 2s and 3s in this game than any other venue in the entire World Cup. But when you're playing in the first 6 overs, field restrictions, then you're looking to get the boundary, because if you time the ball well enough, you will still be able to hit the gap and get the 4s. But the game changes from over number 7 to 15 when you're looking to hit the ball in gaps and convert the 2s into 3s and things like that. Then you got to be a little smart, because when you're looking to hit the 6s, bigger boundaries, you don't time it well, you lose a wicket. Then as a batter, I'm sure Gautam Gambhir, Suryakumar Yadav, all our batters have had so much of experience. They'll be looking at where are my go-to areas, where are my risk-free boundaries, if I may say so. Where are we going to be targeting which boundary? So there'll be a lot more calculations in place as well.
So calculating that quickly, let's put Nikhil in the spot. What's your power play score?
I'm looking at close to anywhere 50.
50.
Yeah.
Okay. To stay safe.
No, to stay safe, just looking at if the ball is, a little sluggish, slow off the wicket as well. Don't look to lose more than 1 wicket in the power play. I'm looking at about 50.
I also want to add here that with Ishan Kishan and Abhishek Sharma both in the playing 11, we saw how there was so much of pressure on Abhishek Sharma. Do you think with Ishan Kishan also in the playing 11, that perhaps will get divided?
And Ishan is in form.
You know what the other pressure that I don't want to see is, if Abhishek goes after the bowling, he's hitting 4s and 6s. Ishan, I hope, is not also going after the bowling, because sometimes, it happens in cricket. when
take
somebody's...
a cue from your partner.
Correct. Sometimes the best way is that, okay, if he's striking the ball well enough, you just take a single and give that strike back to him as well.
I think that strike rotation and singles and doubles have been a bit of a problem for us.
Not really,
especially
to be honest.
In the middle overs when we start losing the wickets in bunches.
I guess, with the kind of batters that we have, all stroke players. And we've all got so used to batting in such fantastic batting conditions, see the line of the ball and hit through the ball. But here things might change because we all keep going back to the fact this is the Premadasa, big boundaries, and it might just aid the spinners as well. So you've got to be a little cautious of your shot selection.
And as of now, the update coming in from Colombo is very promising. There was a lot of speculation about the rain interrupting this particular game. But Rika, if I can quickly bring you in here, so far rain is holding up well. I think even the weather gods want this clash between India and Pakistan. It should go uninterrupted for the 40 overs that we are so keenly looking forward to. There was also some talk about possible changes in the Pakistani squad, but they are going ahead with the same playing 11.
Yes, that's right. They are going ahead with the same playing 11. In fact, yesterday at the press conference, the Pakistani journalists wanted to pin down Salman Ali Agha on the Babar Azam question, whether, to continue Babar Azam in the middle or to bring in an experienced Fakhar Zaman. But he said that Babar has turned up well and Babar is playing well for the Pakistan cricket team. He also got a 50-plus score, so why sit him out? They will give him opportunity. Look, in the context of the World Cup, this is not a very crucial game for either of the sides. Yes, you win this match, you get those 2 points. Those 2 points are important for the league stage as well. But what I understand is that both India and Pakistan are going to go to the Super 8. So tonight is basically a test of nerves because it is India versus Pakistan. It is not a knockout game. So both Pakistan and India, they want to play their best 11, but at the same time, they're not putting as much pressure on the players saying that, look, you have to perform, you have to come up from you hinge the responsibility of taking India home or Pakistan home. That's not happening tonight. Both the teams, over the last 2 days when I've been meeting them, they look pretty calm. They look calm and collected, as Bolivia mentioned, that even Gautam Gambhir came and, he was speaking to the media and he was hanging with the media for a while, took pictures with them. So even the Pakistan coach, the Pakistani players, they were mixing with the media. They exchanged pleasantries with the Indian media as well. And, some of them also expressed the eagerness of getting to India and playing matches. Of course, I can tell you there is a lot of keenness among Sri Lankan government to, offer this as a neutral venue for India and Pakistan.
Well, let's be honest. In fact, this match has given Sri Lanka what it was missing for a while. The kind of noise and the kind of nerve and the kind of colour that Colombo is witnessing right now. It's only because they are hosting an India-Pakistan clash on their soil. You want to say
something?
Can you believe
the suites? Yeah, can you believe the suites are being opened for 60 lakh rupees a night? And there are takers for those.
All right. I think we have to take a break here. But of course, we are all getting ready for that big clash to start any time now. It's about 15 minutes from now that we should see the first ball being bowled there at the R. Premadasa Stadium in Colombo. Rika, Nikhil and Rayesha will take a quick break here. But I think we'll continue to build up to that big clash.
Welcome back. We have just a few minutes away from that marquee clash. Rika joining us live from Colombo. We also have with us Nikhil and Preeti. Rika, coming to you. India batting first in Colombo. There's no rain and Pakistan takes the field. Tell us more. How's the momentum building up before the match actually starts in just 10 odd minutes?
Well, there was a concert by Hanuman Kind a little while ago. And we heard that there was fireworks as well. It's a 28,000 seating capacity stadium. There are Premadasa Stadium. It is packed to the rafters. There are many, many people outside on the ringside who are waiting for tickets now. But then there are no more tickets. So 28,000 people sitting and around 5,000 people who are around the stadium, who are standing and they're inside, and then they are deployed for several activities. There's heavy police deployment, around 8,000 police personnel guarding the stadium inside and outside. It is a toy zone right now inside. And unlike stadiums that have open faces, open sides, in Premadasa Stadium, in stadiums like Premadasa, in stadiums like Wankhede and in Bullring, Johannesburg, it converts into a fall zone. The energy is really different when you stand inside the stadium. And all of us are feeling the pulse. Of course, at the moment, while I talk to you, because of the ICC rules, I can't be standing inside and talking to you. I'm standing right outside on the ring side of the stadium. But people who are inside are feeling the pulse. I was there inside a little while ago. And
all right, Rika, go grab your seat in the press box. We are not going to hold you back any further. Recharge your phone, recharge your own batteries, go have something, because it's going to be a long night, I believe, for all of us. At least 3 hours of match, and Nikhil, we are told that it could stretch to 5 hours because of Usman Tariq's bowling action. He'll take some time in delivering those deliveries.
Yeah, but the good thing is, in between overs as well, you got a timer as well. He can't hold that pause for too long, I'll tell you that.
So quickly, what's your prediction?
Well, India between 170, 180, and we should be looking to win this game by, say, margin of 35 odd runs, 35, 38 runs.
Okay, then there you hear it from the expert.
Absolutely. We are with Team India, and with that, we slip into a very short break. Preeti, your final thoughts before we slip into the break and with the match starting in like 5 minutes from now?
Confidence is good, but overconfidence can be dangerous. So keep your fingers crossed, keep praying for Team India. We should win this one, and we'll see you on the other side.
Grab your popcorn.
All right. So, in fact, get ready for that big clash that's coming up. We are all going to run now and grab our seats in front of the TV, do the same, and we'll see you once the match is over, right?
Absolutely. Slipping into a very short break.